Everybody is testing my patience right now. Every single buddy in this house. It's okay. Don't get mad. Don't get mad. You're fine. You're fine. You're fine. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. I didn't put any laundry in so that I could record an official intro for this video, because what happened, I'll get to that in a second, but basically I just want to address, if you hear a lot of stomping noises, I don't know what that is. To be quite honest with you, I live with my mom and my brother's probably trying to be in the WWE or whatever it's called, that wrestling thing, with his friends. I don't even know. So there's a lot of stomping sounds happening and a lot of voices. It's extremely infuriating because I was going to put in laundry and I was like, no, I gotta wait until I record the intro so that it doesn't have a bunch of background noise. And now it has a bunch of background noise. So I do apologize. But anyway, I just wanted to come in here and, well, that's the first apology of this whole thing. The second apology is this video is going to be really dark from here on out. So, like, I put a light here to hopefully make it more visible. Oh, sorry. I'm so sorry. I hit you. To make it more visible, because I was looking back at the footage and it is extremely dark, and I think that's because of the setting I used on my camera. So, but anyway, point is, the video is going to be really dark, and the outro is very blurry for some reason, so I'm sorry about all that. If you can just get past it, then you may enjoy this video. I'm going to try to make this as short as possible, but it's possibly going to be a long video. It's mainly about a keyboard mod. I was having the worst time with my stabilizers. These stabilizers suck. Let me just tell you, the stock stabilizers that came in this board suck so bad. And so what I did was I was trying everything, right? I was trying to mod them in every way that I could. I did like Band-Aid mod, as you can tell by the Band-Aid up here. I put bandage around the plate so that when I clipped the stabilizer in, it couldn't wiggle around. And I also put some bandage underneath where the stabilizer goes on the actual plate. I haven't tested the keyboard yet to see if it even still works. But what I realized after doing that is that that was kind of pointless, because even though they aren't moving, it didn't solve the problem of the rattling. And before I did the Band-Aid mod on the actual PCB and plate, what I wanted to do was the holee mod. Now, if you don't know what the holee mod is, I'm going to link a bunch of videos in the description of this video that are better explanations of what's going on here. And the first link in the description should be the video that gave me this idea. So I wanted to do the holee mod, but I had already lubed these stabilizers before with dielectric grease, which I can actually show you that I'm just using this kind right here. And so the stabilizers were all greasy, and I could not get the bandage to stick to the stem of the stabilizer, which is what you need for holee mod to work. So I was like, I'm screwed. I have no idea what to do now. And I can show you, because I haven't done anything else to this one yet, that even with the bandages, it sounds like garbage. So I went and like Googled a bajillion things, and finally I came across this video from this dude who said to just use a makeup sponge like this, a little makeup sponge, cut the end off into a tiny little strip. After you have the tiny little strip, cut it into 4 little pieces like this. So essentially, what he suggested in the video is to just like take a stabilizer, it's rattly, back and forth. So he recommended just simply shoving the little sponge down in here between the stem and the housing. I tried that, and it wasn't doing really anything, to be honest with you. And so like, I very much appreciate him for the first half of the recommendation, because I've heard that stabilizer rattle is caused by the bar in the stabilizer rattling against the inside of the stem. When I thought about it, holee mod, the whole point is to eliminate the sound of that bar going up and hitting the stem, but I still, like I said, I had already lubed my stabilizers, and so that was out of the question. Couldn't do it. So what I did instead, because this genius dude gave me this genius idea, basically, do you see, okay, you're gonna bully me for this, right? Do you see how much dielectric grease I have put in these stabilizers? Like, way more than is probably necessary, and that is kind of embarrassing. I don't know how much people put in their stabilizers, but I was just trying to pull out all the stops to get these to stop rattling, I'll tell you that much. What I decided to do is to put the sponge, inside of the stem, above where the bar goes in. In the holee mod, if you watch a video of it, and maybe I'll just put like a clip in this video of somebody else doing it. In the holee mod, you put a bandage inside the stem above where the bar goes. So my thought was, if I just put this little sponge inside the stem, inside the stem above where the bar goes, it's gonna cushion the bar, and it's gonna stop it from hitting in the inside. It's hard for me to record this. I don't have an actually good setup at all for this. I'm just kind of winging it. And I don't even know if you can see it because of how bad my camera is. And my camera I used to think was very good. It's good for the price, I suppose. It is focusing, but I still don't think you can see it. But it's in there. The little sponge is in there. As you're using the stabilizer normally, it does want to come out because it's not meant to be there. And now quickly, I'm just going to try and do the other one so that you can see the difference between this stabilizer before the sponge mod. Sponge mod is what I'm calling it now. It sounds like SpongeBob. You didn't need me to tell you that. This one has so much grease in it. This is tragic. But you just want to put this little sponge into the bottom hole that goes all the way through. You see it's poking out both sides. This is the front, that's the back, poking out. And then what you can do is put your stabilizer housing, you can put your stem back in the housing, and then you can put the bar back in. But you want to make sure the bar goes underneath the sponge. That's the kicker. Now, I'm not really sure if I 100% nailed that one, but it's all about trial and error, baby. You know what I'm saying? And sometimes I'm stabbing myself in the finger with a pair of tweezers. And I don't even know how long this camera can record for before it shuts itself off. I don't even know what this footage is gonna look like. Like garbage. Uh-oh. Oopsie daisy. That's not what we wanted to happen. The freaking sponge is trying to come out the back of this thing now. You little get back in there. You know where you're supposed to be. Do I know where you're supposed to be? Not right here, that's for damn sure. Get back in the hole. It's not that hard, mate. This one's trying to come out too. And just based on the fact that this is happening, I know these are going to try to pop out later on, and that makes me upset. Me trying to give an educational tutorial, meanwhile the thing isn't even working the way that I planned it to work, so now I look stupid. That's what this video is going to be called. So I'm just going to put the stabilizer back in the board now because there's really nothing else for me to do at this point with it outside of the board. Okay, so I figured out it takes like 20 minutes for the camera to stop recording. So that's really fun and fresh. Now we're going to do a sound test. Here's my shift key. Shift key. I have to put the switch back in. I forgot that last time off camera. So here's my little switchy doodad. In the board it goes. And then keycap on. Alright, alright, alright. Now let's hear it. Let's hear her. So much better, IMO. That is just like a bajillion times better in my opinion. Like, I don't even know what else to tell you. But this is about as good as it's gonna get for me, I think. So whatever. It is what it is, because it was way worse before, I'm telling you. Like, you heard it before. And I will compare them right now, side by side. Well, not side by side, but one after the other. The before and after sound test. So final sound test and typing test. I only got 81 words per minute with 94% accuracy, in case you were curious. Okay, so I am finished with le keyboard. For now, anyway. By the way, I will put the link to the keyboard in the description along with the videos that I said I would put in the description. The enter key and the space bar are like pretty mushy feeling. And I never really understood when people would say that like switches or stabilizers or whatever would feel mushy in a keyboard, but like I get it now because I'm feeling it for sure. They're definitely mushy with this mod. If your spacebar or your other stabilized keys, I don't know if that's what they're referred to as, but that's what I'm referring to them as right now. If they're extremely rattly and you cannot for the life of you get rid of the rattle and it is bothering you as much as it was bothering me, I would recommend the mod, okay? And I'm like, it was like a life-saving mod in this moment because I don't have a lot of resources. Would I recommend the what are we calling this mod? The stabilizer foam mod. If I had to say, would I recommend it or not? Overall, I would recommend it, but you got to be careful on how you do it because things will end up feeling quite mushy. You win some and you lose some, and I think in this case it was a win-lose situation because while some of them are kind of mushy and some of them are kind of rattly, overall, I think that it helped. So, and I've already said that. I'm just reiterating the same things at this point. So I need to go to bed. I'm going to cry. I don't know why I'm going to cry. My eyes are dry. I don't know why I'm going to cry. My eyes are dry. Good night. Don't fight. Go to bed. Sleep tight. That was a wrap right now because I am laying down the lyrics, the words. I don't know how to freestyle, but honestly, I don't think that was like the worst thing I could have ever said. I don't know what's going on anymore. Bye. That was a terrible outro. That was a terrible ending to a video. I don't know what this was, like, goodbye, but like, I'm not really vibing with it, so I'm just gonna do that thing that YouTubers do where they like put their hand up to the thing. You'll see, okay? You'll see.